Hey y'all, how you perking? I hope you're perking good. So, highly requested video today. I have had an insane amount of comments and emails and DMs and all kinds of stuff asking for us to take a look into the Diddy situation. Diddy, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, whoever, that situation that has been unfolding. So we're going to look to see what kind of answers we can find today. I have my little handy dandy sticky note that people have asked. They've asked things like, is he really guilty of things that he's being accused of? Is he guilty of things that he may not necessarily be formally accused of, but they're, you know, rumors of something even bigger or broader? Or is he being framed, you know, because there's something else that needs to be hidden, and so he's getting thrown under the bus to distract from something else, which I guess both of those things go into, is there a, is this part of a bigger picture, some kind of a way, what's going on with him? And ultimately, will this mean prison for him? So people have a lot of questions. We will see what we can figure out today, what we can get to today. Gonna take a look at this for y'all. As always, this is all alleged, just my interpretation, okay? On this channel, I am a licensed mental health clinician as well as a spiritual intuitive, and we take a look at the tea with the tarot. Don't run away just yet. We have a very good track record here on the channel. And so I'm going to bring up those cards over here so that we can dive right on in, see what we can find out, see what we can know about this situation, and answer folks' questions around it. Penelope and I in our matching purples. Yes, yes. Gonna move this microphone right here. Get closer to my cards. I'm gonna get shuffled up. And as I always say on these things, I'm asking for what we're allowed to know. What is okay for us to know, whatever kind of way. So I will always say what I see in the cards. If it's there, even if it's uncomfortable, I will say it. But also, I can't squeeze stuff out of the cards that they're not going to give me. So if I get any kind of blocks or anything that shows I'm not meant to go in certain directions, I respect that. I don't try to push things beyond whatever the boundaries are. I respect the boundaries because that's how I'm allowed to keep doing this, okay? So, you know, just putting that out there in case there's anybody new here based on that. And of course, as usual, we only look into public figures around things that are happening publicly. So not trying to, you know, do anything outside of that scope, outside of that purview. Public figures with things that are going on publicly. So, anywho, all the disclaimers aside, hope that y'all are perking good this month. And that y'all did okay with the eclipse on April 8th. For me, I have no idea. I was drained the whole day. Like, I felt like I could barely keep my eyes open. I felt like I was just nodding off to fall asleep every second. And I'm like, Lord have mercy. What is going on with me? Just, yeah, totally drained, totally sleepy, almost going unconscious into sleep the whole damn day. And so I felt better the very next day, but it was just, it was a lot. It was weird. It was very weird from this end. But anyway, hope that y'all did well on that. Hope that y'all survived it. Hope that it was okay for ya. And also hope that there are some people that maybe were in the path of totality and got to see some really cool stuff. So yeah, I was in the path of totality back in the eclipse in 2017, and I believe I have that video here on the channel. obviously a long time ago, 2017. I may have privated that video. I can't remember. I don't think I did. I think it's still up. I had very short hair that was green at the time. That was back when you were allowed to put, you know, crazy colors in your hair, and it was cool and okay. And now if you do it, for some reason it's so less accepted now than it was before. I don't understand. But anywho, let's not get distracted here. Diddy. We're looking into Diddy. That video's there if y'all want to see that about the eclipse. I'm pretty sure it's there for 2017. But anywho, hope that y'all did okay on that. We're looking at Diddy now. So whatever we are, okay, this fell out. Whatever we are allowed to know, able to know about this situation with Diddy, I'm going to go ahead and just let the spirit guides, light team, start us off here, see where we're going, and then if I need to kind of ask some of those specific questions that I have here, then I can. But I'm going to go ahead and flip that one over that fell out, just see where they want to start us off here with, and go from there. So anyway, ooh. Okay. The whole I say what I see, I get challenged with that all the time. So we've already started. What we're seeing here, first top row, Knight of Wands in reverse, Temperance card in reverse, World card upright. We're seeing that this is something that has been, like, in terms of timing, it's been a minute. This has been playing out for a while. Our Knight of Wands, if he's upright, he's in a hurry. If he's in reverse, he's not. So this is something that has been going around for a while, and now it's kind of coming out, and the World card being upright means that whatever this entails is not just like United States. This is kind of open beyond that. The World card means we're not looking at just one specific place. We're looking at all over. I also kind of am weirded out by the fact that the symbolism on the World card is this circle, this ring, if you will. There's things around the word ring with these types of accusations that makes me a little uncomfortable. So we're going to go through that too. As I go to read this bottom row, I think this is the place where it's probably good for me to tell people what I do and don't know about this, so that y'all can know, you know, the level of coldness in this reading. How cold is this reading? How bare bones? How, you know, how much do I know already? So what I do know is that there are lots of lawsuits with a lot of accusations with pertaining to Diddy, and I do know that there was like a raid or something, like, where I guess it was a raid, or I don't know if it's a raid or a warrant or something, or a search or something that happened with a property, maybe more properties, I don't know, that are associated with him. I have no idea if he has been arrested. I have no idea, you know, if there's anybody else that has been implicated in this. And in terms of the accusations, all I know is that they are of a sexual nature, things that are inappropriate around sex, but I don't know the specifics of that here. So, you know, that's what I do know and don't know here as I'm reading. So just so you're aware, you know, I feel like I'm reading fairly cold here, which a lot of people generally tend to like. Okay, so that being said, This bottom card here, the Hierophant in reverse, the reason why I want to say all of that, because y'all know our Hierophant card is our card all about institutions. It's a big card. With it coming up here in reverse, then that means something about various institutions, at least one, but it feels like more, that are involved are coming up in a reverse position, which means they're coming up in a position where, that's not good. Like, it's institutions that are doing things they know they shouldn't do, or are hiding things that they know are wrong, or are covering or supporting stuff that is shady, things like that. So seeing that card here in reverse, I was like, ooh, my institutions, where are we going with that for them to be in a reverse position here? We also get the Moon card upright, which means there is so much hush hush stuff here going on. Like, oh man, stories for days and days of what's going on, what's squished under wraps here, what's held, you know, in the moonlight, aka not out in the sun, held back. And then the Three of Cups in reverse, this is not just Diddy. Like, to have a Three of Cups in reverse, this is multiple people who are in a reverse position. So this is like, again, when we get the World card being like expansive, happening in more places than just here, and having the word ring kind of associated with this, like, this feels like whatever's going on, it entails people, like, dare I say, a network of people. So this does not look like it's just Diddy. So already the question where people are saying, is what's going on a part of a bigger picture? I do believe so already out the gate from what I'm seeing here. I already do believe so that it's part of a bigger picture here. So gonna pull some more cards and see what more we can find out about that, any kind of context that comes with that we are allowed to know here. So let's see, anything else about that part of a bigger picture that we are allowed to know here. Let's see what they say. Okay. Okay. We've got a Financial card coming up in reverse next to a Strength card upright, and a Three of Swords card, which is like a heartache and pain card, coming upright. So this is already showing that there's something that they're like, whatever the accusations are, this isn't about money. Like, you know how if there's, and again, this is not to victim shame, blame, etc., but there are some times where people will put out allegations, especially of an sexual nature, and what they're wanting and hoping is for someone to settle so that they can get a big payout. And it may or may not have been that serious. They just want money, blah blah blah. With this, I'm not seeing that this is for money. Like, so again, I don't know if that has been put out there. I don't know if people are saying, yeah, these people are, you know, this is a money grab. These people are just trying to get money with what they're accusing, blah, blah, blah. I don't see that to be the case. That card is in reverse. The Strength card is upright, which shows that it's taking them great strength to come forward and say the things they're saying. And this is the Heartache card. Like, heartache, heartbreak, you know, sadness, despair, emotional disaster, trauma, like just really challenging stuff here. So yeah, I don't see this as being that at all. Like, wow. So it's a big thing beyond just Diddy. But it's not because people are saying, you know, I'm coming forward because I want a payout, I want a settlement. This is like some really dark and sad stuff here. And in the bottom row, with the Hermit card upright, 7 of Pentacles upright, 8 of Wands upright, this is like people that have really kept this close to the vest with our Hermit card, you know, kept it under wraps. And it's been a very long time that this has, you know, been going, but seeds have been planted along the way, and now the communication is open. The floodgates are open. So this feels like a cascade of people willing to talk. So, you know, if someone comes forward, then it gives someone else the courage to come forward. And then now they feel like, well, if y'all are going to come forward, then I feel okay with coming forward. And more people come forward. And the more people that are putting all of this communication out, the more that these seeds planted starts meaning like, hey, these things add up into like evidence. Like Pentacles are our earth card. These are our tangibles. You know, this means like evidence, tangible evidence. And so if that, I don't know if there is currently tangible evidence out there, or if there's just accusations. But if there's not tangible evidence out there now, there will be. Because woo, that card there, and the fact that this is like spilling out. So I think we're gonna see this just climb more. I don't see this as being something that's gonna get put under a rug. I see this as something that's gonna expand past where it was. And yeah, it feels really big. So again, let's see what else we can know about, you know, this kind of feeling a bit part of something bigger. God, I can't even talk anymore. I'm just like, what the, you know. So let's see. Ooh. Okay, here. All right. So we've got a lot of confusion, a lot of burning bridges and relationships breaking, and we've got some manipulation and sneaking around. So this feels like, gosh, how do I put this? This feels like there are relationships here that are like bridges are going to be burned over this, and in a big way. Like, oh, it's so weird. The word they're giving me is like mutiny, but I always think about pirates and pirate ships with mutiny, where it's like, oh, you know, the whole ship, all of the crew decided to do a mutiny on the pirate captain of the ship or whatever. Like there's that kind of a vibe coming up here. I don't really, you know, I don't necessarily understand the parallel, but maybe, you know, there are some viewers out there who do here. But there's something like that word is coming up, but it's because there's been so much manipulation here. And with the Devil card here coming up in reverse, this is people trying to break the chains, trying to get free. And so I don't know if there was manipulation where they keep bringing up, I don't want to compare these two, because I don't know if it's fair to compare these two, and you know, but it's just, it keeps coming up in my head, and so I'm just gonna say it. The whole, you know, I can't say these names on here, you know, the Ep guy and the lady that was working with him that, you know, starts with a G. That stuff, I you know, can I say that? Y'all know who I'm talking about. The Ep guy that they're like, he did not, you know, unalive himself in prison. That did not happen. And then his associate that starts with a G, her in prison and stuff, you know. This has similar vibes to that, and similar vibes in the whole, like, you know, I have something on you, don't talk or I'll share that, you know, blackmail, I guess, and cover-ups and manipulations, manipulating manipulating all kinds of people. Like, this feels, God, like, it feels like they're manipulating the relationships they were in. So I don't know if that's manipulating romantic relationships, manipulating friendships, manipulating, you know, people who were working together that were supposed to be colleagues. It could be any of those. It could be all of those. You know, sometimes on here when I'm like, it could be either be this or that, it ends up being, you know, all of the above. So it might be, but I see a ton of manipulation and people deciding to break those chains here. And they're like, you know, come hell or high water, we're going to, you know, get to a place where we emotionally feel better about this. So I don't necessarily want to compare it to the Ep guy, and his associate lady, but there are parallels here. There are parallels here, and I don't feel like it's entirely unconnected. So I do think that from what we're seeing here, it seems they keep seeming to repeat some of the same themes. So I wouldn't necessarily just assume like, oh, you know, the black book that the Ep guy had, that all of these people's names are on that book and they're all a part of those things. I don't necessarily get that it's like a direct relationship, but the things that were happening there, the tactics that they were using, the, you know, with the manipulation, the blackmail that they were using, the hurt that they were causing, the sexual focus that they were doing, all of that, copy paste, put it here. It's like, you know, here, let's write a handbook on how to manipulate people with this kind of stuff, and how to hurt people this kind of way, and blah blah blah, copy paste, put it over here. You know, there, so it's indirectly related is what it feels like, but it's got that flair on here, which is gross. So that already answers the first question that I'm looking at my sticky note that says, is Diddy guilty or is he framed? This has been very clear to me that there's alleged guilt. Again, I gotta say all alleged, just my interpretation, okay? That from what I'm seeing here in cards is just a girl reading cards, you know, is not looking like pure innocence. And is not looking like someone who's got framed. And it does look like this is bigger than just him as a person. So all of that said, let's shuffle these back up so we can work with the whole deck here. Let's shuffle these all back up, and then we can take a look at some more aspects of this. So as I'm getting shuffled up here, just want to put out there that we do have a Perk Squad. So for people that like videos like this and all kinds of other things, there's a Perk Squad channel membership with like probably over 100 other videos at this point. So if you're already, you know, binged out watching all the videos on the channel here so far, you can go and join the Perk Squad and have, you know, 100 something more. And lots of other perks to the Perk Squad. If you click on the blue join button below or the link in the description box, it will tell you all about it. And one of them is that we do video shout out. So shout out to you, JMO, and thank you for being a member of the Perk Squad. I hope that I'm saying your screen name right, JMO. Thank you for being a member of the Perk Squad. We're happy to have you, and appreciate you being here. So yes, shout out to you, JMO. All right. Ooh, shit shuffle. There we go. That's what we like to hear. So, okay. Also, I'm going to announce at the end of this video our giveaway winners. So, for people who entered the giveaway in our April 2024 predictions video 12 days ago, I feel like, you know, 12 days was a good amount of time to allow people to enter to win. And so I have used the random generator to select our 2 winners, and that's going to be announced at the end of this video. So just so you know, that's coming up here. But let's take a look here now. In terms of what else can we know, I feel like I want to ask a couple of things. I feel like that there's still more maybe that we could look into around, like, you know, if it is bigger than just him, what exactly does that mean, if we're allowed to know that? And then also this question of like, hey, is he gonna go to prison over this? That kind of a thing. So yeah, what we didn't ask in terms of bigger picture, we found out that yeah, it's bigger than him, but what we didn't find out is like people saying, is this bigger than him in that, you know, really they're trying to get to a bigger fish than just him, but he was the, you know, easiest fish to access so far, or something like that. Is there bigger fish to fry out there than just Diddy as it relates to what's going on here? Or is this for real circling around him and his nexus of people that, you know, whoever operates with him and around him? So let's see on that. Ooh, I got some like high-pitched squealing in my left ear right now over this. So okay, black salt, we're gonna hold that, and I've got my amethyst over here too that I always have as well for these things. So yeah, in terms of that, then holding the black salt, I will take that as a sign that we need to protect a little bit more if we're going to ask about the whole, is this about a bigger fish? That almost feels like it kind of gave a, you know, a veiled answer in and of itself, but I don't know. We'll just see. Okay. So again, whatever we're allowed to know, I know that there are boundaries that I respect, but okay. So again, we're getting this card about things releasing, and things releasing for emotional reasons. I do get, again, this card of networking with other people. The first time we saw that, it was a Three of Cups card, which talks more about, you know, you're networking with people who are your friends, they're your family members, they're your loved ones, people you care about on an emotional level. This is our Three of Pentacles. This is usually more business, collegial, things that it's like people that are not necessarily people that are in your friend circle or that you super care about in that kind of an emotional way, but they are your associates. So this does feel like it is broader than just him and friends, family, loved ones, whoever the hell, you know, that care about him and are around him because they like each other or whatever. This does feel like there's some kind of a business associates type of vibe here. The Death card in reverse means that this is not over. So whatever this is feels like even if they would be looking into Diddy, it would still be going on. So yeah, there's something that is bigger than that. The Sun card upright and the Ace of Cups card upright are interesting because these are cards about illuminating things and allowing things to overflow in a good way. Remember earlier when we saw the Moon card and it was like, hey, everything hidden in the darkness of the moon kind of thing. This is like a coming to light. So this is this will be a part of things coming to light. You know, this cup is overflowing with that. It's overflowing with emotion of release. And white doves, in a spiritual context, in a religious context, the symbolism here with white doves, it's like it's time, you know, this is divinely guided for this to happen, for this to be a part of the process. So even in my previous readings about like the Ep guy and his female associate, we were seeing things about like, yeah, this is a piece of the puzzle of things coming to light. And people have been very impatient with, why can't we just rip it all off, rip the veil off of everything and just show everything all at once. Apparently that's not how it's going to work here. Apparently the tower crumbles slowly. The tower here has crumbled brick by brick by brick, you know, cinder block by cinder block by cinder block. And we're seeing that happen here. This is another part of that. So as we've seen with the Ep stuff, where that has kind of come apart little by little by little over time, and where we've seen with some other similar things that have been shown slowly over time, this looks like it's another part of it. And so it's a part of a bigger a bigger part of the puzzle, where it's another puzzle piece that we're going to have access to put things together. So this looks positive that this stuff is coming out. But yeah, it is a piece of a larger puzzle. And again, I'm getting the feeling that that's indirect here. So I don't think, like, you know, Diddy stuff exactly correlating with the Epi stuff and all of that. It just, they keep telling me copy paste. So it's like, yeah, these people operate this certain way because they have these ideas that this is what's going to work for them, and they like to have that kind of control and hedonistic lifestyle. So do these people over here that operate the same way. They're not necessarily, you know, direct colleagues or any kind of thing, but they're like-minded. And then on another part of the world, other people who are not in direct contact with either of these groups, they have the same idea, doing the same kind of thing because they're the like-minded. You know, it's like, dare I say, criminals. Again, all alleged, just my interpretation, but you know, certain types of criminals all have the same types of ideas and the same types of MOs, you know, that they do, the same type of way that they do things, the same type of things that they like, the same type of, you know, oh, we all like this kind of control, we all like this kind of lifestyle, we all like this kind of thing. That doesn't necessarily mean that they all know each other and they're all working together, everyone in the world, but they're all associated in that they're similar types of people doing similar types of things, and that has a ripple effect to where it starts to affect everything. So it looks like that's what they're showing as a bigger part of the puzzle here. It's less of a bigger part of the puzzle as in these people working together with the exact same people, and more a bigger part of the puzzle as in quilts are made out of different kinds of patches, but you sew all those different patches together. They're all part of the same quilt. They're all cut from the same cloth. That type of thing. I hope that that's clear. That's as clear as I'm being able to articulate right now with this. Like, I'm literally kind of getting a bit of a headache here, which trying to figure out how to word this and channel this kind of energy that is not, you know, the most feel-good energy out there in the world. So that's what we're looking at in terms of expanse here. And that's what we're looking at in terms of one thing coming to light and another thing coming to light, another thing coming to light. And how these things indirectly intersect, so to speak. So this is intense. I imagine we're going to hear a lot more information about that in coming weeks, months, years, etc. But let's go ahead and pull these up and look at one more question. I am noticing that we are over 30 minutes in. I'm always like, I'm going to be brief this time. I'm going to do a reasonable reading in like 15 minutes. It never happens. I'm not designed that way. I'm sorry. It is what it is, okay? So anywho, as I get shuffled up here, if you would like to book a private reading with me, then my website is BeasTalksAndTarot.com. You can book a private reading with me. Also have Reiki Energy Healing for people who feel like I want to cleanse and clear my energy, get some ideas about what's going on with me energetically, physically, emotionally, and what to do with that. Also, I have life coaching for people who just want some insights on, you know, how to get closer to their goals, how to get out of feeling kind of stuck and blah and stressed and disenchanted with their life. Got that there. And also for people who want to read tarot cards the way I read them, I've got tarot tutoring on there too. So all of those things available on my website, BeasTalksAndTarot.com. I'd love to be of help. Alrighty, so the last question we have is like, all right, we see how big of a deal this shit is. That doesn't necessarily mean that it always equals prison time for people. People are able to get out of things. There are sometimes not enough physical evidence and proof. Things are too circumstantial, you know, whatever. So what do we see in terms of the physical, tangible nuts and bolts of, does this mean him doing time in the future and things like that? What are we looking at there that we're allowed to know, spirit guides, about Diddy? Ooh, really? What? Okay. Really? Are you? Wow. This is kind of annoying, actually. I'm a little bit annoyed by this. I mean, okay, you know, this is why I try to do neutral readings and stuff, so I don't get, like, affected by what I'm reading or get, you know, annoyed or excited or scared or, you know, pissed or, you know, whatever. But the Three of Cups, again, remember the ones we were talking about, friends, family members, people who are close to Diddy in some sort of an emotional way, not the business associates, wink wink, but the people who are like in his inner circle. They're in reverse here. And we get the walking away card, distancing card next to that, and an internal tower. This is like, I'm getting goosebumps here. This is like, if he gets the chance to do whatever that's set to save his ass, even if that would mean like rolling over on everyone, he would do that. It looks like here. So you know how people, you know, don't think highly of snitches and stuff like that, whatever. This is like, I don't care if you're close to me. I'll say what you did. I don't care if we were friends. I'll throw you under the bus. I don't care, you know, whatever. If this is gonna, you know, help me get distanced from this, then let the tower fall, you know, in our internal scene here. So I don't know if this is like when somebody takes a plea deal to throw a bunch of people under the bus, or if this is somebody that, you know, moves the binoculars to focus on other people so that he could like do settlements and pay off X, Y, and Z while these other people are now on the hot seat in the spotlight, and now they have to contend with, you know, allegations or things. I don't know. There's some messiness here that feels like rolling over, throwing under the bus, you know, doing any kind of thing that can point the finger anywhere else or that can distract any way else to try to save his name, and to try to not have to go down with this ship. So a lot of selfishness going on here. That's like, wow. Just wow. And then bottom row, Strength card upright, Lovers card upright, Four of Pentacles in reverse. This is there's going to be power against him, with this Lover's card, because the Strength is with this Lover's card. So I don't know if this means current lovers, past lovers, like if this is his, you know, ex-girlfriends or ex-wives, or ex one-night stands or casual lovers or whatever. But this is like some kind of partnerships that have strength. So this kind of feels like, what does this feel like? There was something that was just in my head and it went away. Fuck. If I can't retrieve it soon, then I'll just quit trying. But there was something, I don't know. It feels like there was a relatively recent thing, I want to say in the past year or so, that I've done a reading on, where it was like past ladies that all were like, hey, yeah, I went through that too, and so did I, and so did I, and so did I, and they got together to do something, kind of like how people file class action lawsuits because they all get together to do something. There's some kind of a, like, that type of coalescing. I don't know exactly what that's referring to, but that's the vibe that they're going here because of this tangible card again, evidence and things like that. Like working, we are stronger together, stronger in partnering when it comes to evidence and stuff. So I see some kind of a partnering there, like against him, in a way that does strengthen things. So even with him trying to roll and throw people under the bus and bring down an internal tower, I still see this having a lot of strength to it. So let's pull a little bit more, anything else that we can know about this and outcomes for him in the future and stuff like that. Okay, so okay, so what they're showing here, they are showing that we do, for some people, get a bit of a happily ever after type of thing that comes from this. Both of these cards suggest that type of thing. Around this Emperor card upright, which is interesting, Emperor card upright, context card on this. Ooh. Somebody with money, somebody who is able to help bring justice. This is a powerful person, a loaded person financially, so they don't need to take financial bribes or anything like that because they've already got their money, and in some kind of a way can assist in a legal process because they've been around for a long time in all of this and they know it's not over yet. Whoever that person is going to help to bring about something that seems successful or good here, that feels like, you know, I don't necessarily want to use the word closure, but that kind of an effect here. I see somebody like, and it feels like it's probably a male energy with that Emperor card. That's the father of the tarot, so usually it's kind of boss energy, as a guy coming forward that will help in that way. And the Hermit card upright, Devil card in reverse, Queen of Pentacles upright. This is feeling like through these reflections, the chains will fall off and then we will have, you know, this ability to grab that pentacle, to have that success, to get somewhere with this. What I will say is they did not give me in all of this the kind of cards that usually talks about imprisonment. I don't necessarily know that that means he will not go to prison, but it's interesting that they did not give me that card, which makes me wonder if, as the direction of this goes forward, if there might be some weird, strange, interesting things that come up along the way to make the conversation around prison time be different than what we would normally think of. It might be something that comes up in discourse, that there's something I keep just wanting to say different about that conversation, like something special around that, particular around that, unique around that comes up, because they haven't given me the normal cards that I might see that would indicate prison time, but they're giving me cards here that feels, you know, successful for bringing things to light and bringing good endings, happier endings for people who have suffered or who are involved or whatever like that. So that's good, but it's curious that they chose not to go that route. There's something to that here, and it could be as simple as when you have something this volatile going on with this many moving parts to it. That means there are so many different potentials where this can go. So it might be that it's too early to tell which potential has the most energy behind it right now, because a lot of potentials have a lot of energy behind it because of how, you know, up in the air this situation is. It could be that, but I think it's interesting that didn't come up here, and that might be something that would set us up for a potential future update reading at some point later on down the line, to see if the energy has kind of made any of these translucent potentials more opaque than the others. I'd be curious to see that. So there's a lot of this going on here. Y'all tell me what you know, tell me what you think. Give some feedback here so that we can kind of understand the picture of what's going on. I'm about to announce the 2 giveaway winners for our 15-minute private readings. So I'm about to announce that, and then after we announce that, as always, there will be a B-roll here at the end of this video. Puppy shenanigans, silly, funny things like that, so that, you know, for all this heavy stuff that we've talked about, there will be some levity at the end of the video. I always encourage people to just watch that, just to have a little bit of levity and lightness coming to the end of something heavy. It really does, you know, set your spirit up a little bit better, so that you don't just feel drained and tanked after watching this. But anywho, let's see who has won our private readings. Who has won the giveaway for April 2024? Let's take a peek. Alrighty now, so it is April 12th right now, which means the giveaway has been open for 12 days. That's given everybody plenty of time to enter to win if they wanted to win a 15-minute private reading from me. So I'm gonna skim through the comments for people who wrote win in the comments of the April 2024 predictions video, and we're going to use this random picker to pick our 2 winners. So our 2 winners that are going to each win one 15-minute private tarot reading with me are, let's see, number 1, drum roll, is Christina's with 2274. Yay! You are our first giveaway winner. So congratulations to you, Christina S with 2274. I hope I'm saying it right. I don't know how to say it, but congratulations for being our first giveaway winner. And we're going to pick our second winner here. So drum roll for our second winner in the random generator. Picking Everything Dalinia. Hello, you've won. You're our second winner. So I hope that I've said your name correctly too. Sometimes screen names are hard for me. Everything Dalinia. So congratulations to you for being our second winner for a 15-minute private tarot reading. So yay, everybody congratulate our 2 winners. I love to do this on my birthday month every year. It's just something that I've been doing, so I like to keep doing it. And stay tuned. I'll give you some more insights on how to claim your prize. Congratulations! Alright, congratulations again to our 2 giveaway winners. Just email me at BeasTalksAndTarot@gmail.com and to claim your prize. We will verify that you are you, that you are the winner, and then I will help you to get your 15-minute private tarot reading for free. So, yep. Just email me below, BeasTalksAndTarot@gmail.com, and we'll get the ball rolling on making sure you have access to your winnings. Yay! Congratulations! Thank y'all for watching, and thank y'all for entering. Alright, on with the video. Congratulations again, and everyone here for this video. Thank y'all for watching this, for being a part of the channel, for entering to win the giveaway. Really appreciate all of you percolators, as always. Of course, Penelope does as well. And excited to see you in an upcoming video soon. Thank you for all the video requests that have been coming through. They're great. I've been keeping a list of them as always. And yeah. Let's see what the B-roll is going to bring, what kind of puppy shenanigans I can put on the end of this one. Thanks for sticking in here for a video that's pretty close to an hour long. So, yeah. Anywho, don't be a stranger. Come back and see me, and I will talk at you later. Bye, love you, mean it. Bye, love you, mean it. Bye, y'all. This is a perfect paw. A perfect little paw print that you left on couch after you came inside from pottying out in the rain. All these little paw prints, but this one is perfect. Good job. This is the size of it next to my fork. This is the size of it next to my thumb. Good job.
So we switch back to time. One wash.